I'm not sure about most people, but when I'm depressed or bored to the point where it makes me sad, I rely on video games to cheer me up. Obviously, some games don't do the job, but if you choose the right game, it can put a smile on your face that can last for ages. This is my top 10 list for the happiest video games. At number 10, I have Halo 3. Most people, and by that I mean the people I'm friends with, claim Halo 3 to be the best Halo game in the series, and I sure as hell agree. Not only was the campaign boner-inducing, the multiplayer was revolutionary. I'm not the expert on gaming, but I think this was one of the first FPSs that allowed you to build your own maps, and I f***ing loved it. Not to mention that the matchmaking almost never got boring. It's not really as much of the environment of the game as it was more of the fun times with friends online.
Definition of reload. I'm dead.
At number 9, I have Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I'm sure most of you will disagree on this choice, but this was actually my first Legend of Zelda game. If any of you have played any game in the LOZ series, you'll know that this is a major bookmark in anyone's gaming history. This game has such a brilliant environment. While true that the game is really dark to the point that it's almost not possible to play, it kinda gives you that evil feel to the game. Plus, the story of this game made me want to make love to Shigeru Miyamoto. No homo. Like all of the Zelda games, this game had amazing music, and they did a really good job with the characters. Every time I think about it, I feel the need to go play it again. I'll be back in a bit. At number 8, I have Portal 2. The reason I chose this game is simply because of how funny it is. GLaDOS has always been known for her comical remarks.
Remember before when I was talking about smelly garbage standing around being useless? That was a metaphor. I was actually talking about you.
Bitch. Now that they've added Wheatley to the crew, it makes two funny robots that insult you.
I'm gonna have to hack the door so that we can get at it. Technical, you'll need to turn around while I do this. Response. Done! Hacked.
In the number 7 slot, I have Donkey Kong Country. I could play this game blindfolded and still piss my pants with the joy I'm having. Why, you may ask? One word to the tiny audience watching: music. The music in this game made newborn babies cry at its beauty. The eloquence, that's some vocab right there, is definitely shown in the underwater levels. How can you not be relaxed when listening to this? In number 6, I have Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland. The flow and art style of this game is brilliant. In fact, it's so brilliant that I couldn't think of an odd metaphor to describe it. Kirby is the cutest Nintendo character, even though he's a soul-sucking cannibalistic demon that consumes the power of others for his own personal gain. But that's my personal opinion. Either way, Kirby is still cute, and so are all the enemies. It always gives me that perverted little smile every time I play. At number 5, I have Mario Kart. I couldn't choose between Double Dash and the Wii version, so I'm just gonna call it Mario Kart. The tracks and music for these two games are the first things that come to my mind when I think of the game. Of course, there was always those douchebags that'll hit you with the turtle carcass right before you cross the finish line, but after you murder their family, you end up having a great time. In the number 4 spot, you'll find The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Everything in this game is amazing. The story, the graphics, and, of course, especially in the music. I'm not sure how, but Nintendo always seems to find a way to make my ears have a mouth-watering taste for the music. And I know what you're all thinking. How could you like those graphics, right? Nintendo never really aims for graphics. They always aim for storyline and gameplay. Even though it wasn't meant to be well graphicked, I fell in love with the style. Other than that, I'm not sure why this game makes me so happy. I think it's more of a nostalgic feeling in addition to the music. I mean, just listen to that. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, that's good. In number 3, I have Yoshi's Island. Even though this game gets annoying with the fucking baby Mario, it still had brilliant gameplay mechanics. In every level, they added something new. It was just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I swear this is the last time I'll say it, but the music was orgasmic. It just puts me in a good mood. In number 2, you'd probably be shocked that I actually put in Techno Kitten Adventure. I know you're probably wondering why I put an Xbox arcade game / iPhone app on this list, and the answer is, I have no freaking clue. The game is just so wacky that it's impossible to not be filled with crazy odd emotions while playing it. The backgrounds are so flashy that it also almost nearly gives you a seizure every time you play it. It's just so odd that you can't not smile while playing it. It's here. It's finally here. The number 1 spot. Well, I know it's an overused title, but I chose Super Mario Sunshine. This game is a huge nostalgic meltdown for me. It starts off in a kinda depressing looking town with only a small patch of sunlight in the center. Yet again, I think that's also why I love the game so much. As you played through the game and got more and more shine sprites, the hub, or Delfino Plaza, would increasingly get brighter, giving the game more of a happy feeling. The environment of all the levels are so relaxing that it's hard to pick which one's my favorite, and that, my friends, is great game design. The sheer beauty of this game just puts me in a great mood for days to come. So that's the end of my top 10 happy games, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to drop a comment and click that like button. If you liked the video enough to do both of those things, go ahead and subscribe.